My name's Calvin Waite, and I trade Bitcoin and cryptocurrency for a living. Well, since we're near the end of the month, I thought it'd be interesting to talk about DigiByte. We haven't talked about DigiByte for almost a month, and so let's take a look and see if anything else has developed in the situation. So I had a line that was drawn from the top here to the bottom here and kind of sloped up and hit some supports. All of those have since been invalidated, so I've kind of taken them out. But I kind of wanted to point out something interesting that has sort of showed up on our trend. So what I did is I connected the bottom of this low here with the very, very, very tip of this low here. And often I like to look at the bodies of the candle and take supports from there, but it all comes down to what makes sense and what seems to motivate investors to buy or sell. So I wanted to take a look at this. If you connect these two lines right at the very, very, very tips, this is probably the most conservative line possible because the slope is as flat as it'll get when you're putting these two together. But look what's happening when you slope that up. So last video we were around this area and we had this move up. We've moved down pretty good. And what has happened is that if you connect those two lines perfectly, they will line up with the very tip bottom of this move here. And so the interesting thing about DigiByte is that there are some very influential traders that are involved in this coin. And I can tell you how I know, and it is by the strength of these moves here. When you have a pretty significant sell-off, and in one day you can completely erase a very steep decline, you have a lot of buying power, and usually this indicates some kind of a whale activity. So strong move kind of came out of nowhere. There was no gradual turn in this chart. So people feel like whales are a bad thing. Well, it depends on where the allegiance lies with the whale, because when you have a whale that is extremely interested in pushing prices up strongly, and there are quite a few less, a whale doesn't wait and move like this. Whales move without any introduction. This type of thing is a whale move because you have movement, it's slow, it's steady, it's consistent, and then suddenly whales decide this is the top. This is not a whale move because what happened here is you have a move, you've got moves up, you're starting to run into resistance. This sort of moves down and confirms it. This is fear. This is the masses having a lot of fear. So these long bars, they can be whales, but they can also be the general population. But moves that come out of the middle of nowhere. So when you see something where there's this giant amount of influence in the price of the asset, this is a whale move. Well, there's a lot of whale moves going up and quite a few less. This is a whale move coming down. These are not. This is a whale move going up. This is not. This is not a whale move down. This is a whale move here. All of this is nothing. This is a whale move. So when you kind of look, you can see that the people with the influence and the people that are professional traders that are watching these pivot points, they are making pretty good decisions. This here is a whale move. So question is where are we headed? It looks to me like that the people that are involved, the most influential trading actors in the DigiByte market, are interested in the success of DigiByte, which can be a fantastic thing. The fact that we rose so strongly, and even during these fear profit-taking moments, we consistently had these higher highs moving, tells you that people are very strong. The people trading this have very strong hands. So now we come to this situation where we have created a very good recent high, but we sold off for a month, and we sold off all the way down to a very specific line. Now we have a whale move pushing us up, but our momentum is decreasing. This momentum was not strong enough to surpass this, but because we pushed so high, we were able to gain support higher and above this line. So DigiByte is really in a kind of an emotional struggle right now. The emotions of the traders and the emotions of people scared that it's gonna sell off are definitely in balance. So one thing to look at here is that we've kind of had this very, very significant, strong, increasing support. Well, in the back of all traders' minds, when you have a giant support like this, the question is when do you turn around? Because nothing can go up forever, and every time we come down here, we're releasing pressure so that we can regain stronger footing. But when we continually move in one direction, it makes it very hard for investors to go, yeah, this is definitely going to continue forever and ever. There needs to be a release of pressure. So this move here actually did relieve a lot of emotional pressure from investors, because we did finally get a lower low and a lower high. Typically this shows a change in direction, but the real question comes into play: what will happen with this next move? If this next move breaks through this support and this level of support as well, then we could struggle, and this could be like a 6-month type of thing. These things don't just heal immediately. But if you can release some pressure and then you can consolidate in a good way. So let's say we create a triangle here. It allows investors to kind of regroup, rebase, and then decide which way we're headed. These things can break up or they can break down. But right now we're kind of in an in-between zone, because we're a little bit undecided whether this is going to be our new bottom, or if we still have, if there's too much fear that there needs to be a sell-off. So watch this closely and watch this line. These are the things that you'll want to really be paying attention to see if DigiByte needs more time to cool off. It looks to me like there are big players in this market that are interested in the success of DigiByte. So if this ends up being a bottom line and we can hit a higher top than this, then this giant 7-month rally is not over yet. So take a look and be safe. Hope you guys enjoy this, and we'll talk to you later. Hey, thanks for hanging on till the end of the video. If you liked anything I said, please support the channel by subscribing. If not, feel free to leave a comment and I'd be happy to take a look and make improvements to the channel so it'll be better next time.